It's Week 17 of the National Football League. And up next, we'll see Jalen Hurts, as he's gone over 4,000 yards passing now for the year. It's the Eagles and the Giants, and it's coming up next.
It's the NFL on EA Sports as you take a look there at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. Today, rivals square off in the NFC East, and we've got a great matchup between the New York Giants and the Philadelphia Eagles. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you take a look at the Eagles. It's a relatively balanced offense. The next-gen stats kind of bear that out. What do you think they'll be looking to do? Here's the kicker, Jake Elliott, ready to get this one started. And off we go from Lincoln Financial Field. This one fielded at the 5. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. So here are the Giants ready to start their initial drive of the game. And trotting out there, their tall quarterback standing at 6'5".
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
One touchdown, one pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe leans on a few other parts of the offense, and hopefully springs a receiver or two free.
And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. 12 yards on the gain. A great start for this offense. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Back to throw here. Open man right side, Myers. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up
2nd and 2. It's Myers again with another catch. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. They'll run for the first time with Saquon Barkley. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. They'll run it again with Barkley. And a lot of talent on this Eagle defense, and you've seen it on these last 2 plays, both losses. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
Oh, he's going to go ahead and field it from the 3-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Eagles will be backed up deep to get the drive started as they take over 1st and 10. Philly's offense getting ready, and Jalen Hurts ready to lead them. The 2nd-round pick who started his career at Alabama then finished with an electric senior season at Oklahoma.
So this is where we find out about the game plan and the trust factor, don't we? In this situation, the natural thing is take care of the ball, run it inside, everyone cover it. Just, get yourself some room and let your punter punt it out of there. But when you really got a QB you can trust, you might want to take a little shot early and try to create some space.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
These two teams, you may recall, they didn't play each other till late in the year. Their first meeting was not too long ago, back in Week 13. And it was the Eagles who got the win on the road, so now they look to finish off the sweep here in Philly.
And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. 14 yards there and an Eagle 1st down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
The Eagles come into this one looking for a 12th win on the year. And they have certainly got it rolling as of late. Winners of 6 in a row.
And I think this is where, as a head coach, you show your team some trust. Instead of just talking about winning, the very next game.
He's got a man, complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That one good for 37 yards.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And here's another tackle made at the line. So they're converging well on the football now. Officially nothing on that one. No gain. So they're left with still 10 to go on 3rd down.
Hurts.
This is Smith with a grab. Touchdown, Eagles.
Devontae Smith.
His 6th touchdown of the season.
And the Eagles get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon.
Elliott good on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. So that drives 7 plays in length.
And it was finished off by a touchdown from Devontae Smith. Taking it about the 1. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
So the Giants getting the football back here for their 2nd drive as we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. And the Eagles with a dime look, 6 DBs on 3rd down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down.
And Bojorquez on to punt as he gets it away.
This is fielded at the 27. Just a 2-yard return there following a punt of 48.
And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10.
The Eagles offense making their way back out as we take a look at the playoff picture in the NFC.
And the division title, that's out of reach. We know that. This is as good a spot, Charles, as they're going to get. That first wild card and the number 5 overall seed.
Partner's not out of the question, especially with the 7 seeds that they have now in the playoffs. If you do win and the other wild card teams win in the first round, you could find yourself with a home game in the divisional round. Now, we know that's not likely, but it's not out of the question. Bottom line, you have to win to put yourself in that position.
These are his numbers from last week's contest. 21 carries, 102 yards.
And they've already clinched the playoff berth, so I'm eager to see how they approach this game because some teams' philosophy is to go ahead and get guys out. Other teams' philosophy, continue to do what you're doing best. I expect them to go ahead and use their top guys all the way through this one.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Throwing is Hurts.
It's caught, Smith.
And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on 3rd down, that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a first down. I think the defense fell asleep at the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber who runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. could be 4-down territory even if they don't get this. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Ready?
And they'll try and run for it with Gainwell. And some room to work. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. A handoff as they run the counter play. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. Flush to his right. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
That was an interesting look there, because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And a catch right side by Evans. Touchdown! Mike Evans. An 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Eagles have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Elliott good with a PAT, and it's now 14-0. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told.
And it's Mike Evans who caps it with a touchdown reception.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And New York set to take the field.
Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. Let's see if they can do better here on this drive.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. On the draw, this is Barkley. And they see right through that defensively, as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
Well, this first half has not gone according to plan so far, offensively or even defensively for that matter. They could use a big-time spark somewhere, but it's not going to come on this drive as they have to punt this one away.
And it's fielded at the 34. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession.
It has been about as perfect of a start to this game as these guys could have asked for, Charles. They've scored on their first 2 drives. They still haven't given anything up on the other side of the ball, so they can already make this a 3-score game here if they can come away with points on this drive.
Yeah, they're almost pushing them to the brink, aren't they, partner? Almost to the point now where it's a loss of words for me, which I know would excite all of our viewers, but you're just not supposed to see that type of dominance so quickly in a game like this. Everything they've done has been working so far. Offense, defense, you name it, it's going well for them.
Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Chris Barnes. And the Giants are going to take possession of the football. So the interception there, and Charles, I'd imagine that's something you can maybe live with in December, but not come January.
And I love how you make the distinction there. You're talking about regular season versus the postseason, the playoffs. Because these guys, they've already clinched the playoff spot, but they know, looking ahead, when they get into the postseason, they've got to take better care of the football, because turnovers in that situation, they really become magnified.
On play action, they'll throw. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
The offense on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and 19. Flushed out right.
To the sideline, he's got the catch, and he kept the feet in bounds. Well done.
3rd and 19, no problem, as they're able to convert.
Now that's all about making something happen as a quarterback.
Shouts from this crowd as they watch the replay. They want to challenge. So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass. A first down carry for Barkley.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled them up throughout the game, because that was his longest run of this contest.
And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air.
Into a sea of defenders and intercepted.
Picked up by Kaiser Wright.
And the Eagles are going to take possession here at their own 3-yard line.
And that felt like a little extra pressure on that 3rd down attempt, and their mistake cost them points because they're inside the red zone. So you know you've got at least a field goal waiting for you. And in this case, they end up with nothing.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's going deep for Brown. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
When you're backed up this deep, sometimes defenses sacrifice coverage for pass rush because they know you can only go so far on your pass drop. You've got the back of the end zone. So they came after it. He took the shot downfield. He didn't connect. But, boy, that was force against force.
Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down. He rifles one that's intercepted.
Picked off by Xavier McKinney.
And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Giants touchdown.
Well, I mean, it hadn't been a picture-perfect first half for this defense to this point, but that's a big play to get them right back in the ballgame.
And I think that changes their mind frame. Now they're saying to themselves, hey, we're still in this. And even though our offense hasn't done anything, we've had our troubles on our own right, we still made a play right there that could change the course of this game. Great job delivering.
This one fielded at the 5. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
And out now come the Eagles.
Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there.
40 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
Exactly what they needed right there because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off as the quarterback's been struggling a little bit. Let's go now.
They go play action with Hurts.
And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, that was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
On 2nd and 10, Hurts. And this is caught. It's Brown. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A gain there of 30 big ones.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. And he lost the football. And who's got it? The Giants.
You remember in preseason when we were going to the different training camps and visiting teams, and we always would see the running backs working out and going through those gauntlet drills, and guys either slapping at the ball or the machines. You got to learn to take care of it.
Yeah, they lost it there. Big fumble. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. He'll drop to throw.
And that one complete to Hodgins.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First down now, but the clock continues to move. And this throw will be intercepted.
And the Eagles are going to get it back here just past the 45.
And that's what we've seen from this defense all year long, because they've been so good at finding ways to take the football away. And they just gave us another example right here. A strong defense, that's something you're going to need to rely on come playoff time. And this crew has got one. There's no doubt about that, Brandon.
This is caught by Evans.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
He can really smell 800 catches right now, because that last one puts him at 799, knocking on the door.
They'll throw on first down with Hurts.
Airing this one out for Evans. Touchdown, Eagles. Mike Evans with career touchdown number 94. He ties both Jerome Bettis and Priest Holmes on the all-time list.
And the Eagles will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
Elliott on for the extra point. It's good, and it is now 21-7. The long touchdown pass gets him 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
The Giants now going to take over late in this first half. Well, not much time remains here in this first half. We'll see if they can get something out of this drive, at least a field goal. They could certainly use it down by 2 scores. He'll find Hodgins there complete.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Got his now a loose football. The ball comes out, and it's picked up by the Eagles. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. And so the last 3 drives, you've got 2 interceptions and a fumble. I think we know why they're losing right now.
Without question, and we've seen the evidence, just what you talked about there. If they take care of the football, number 1, maybe they're not having this deficit. And number 2, maybe they actually have the lead.
Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Here's Hurts to throw. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield, but when push came to shove, they stood their ground. Now they'll likely force a field goal attempt.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throw left side complete. That's Evans.
And the Eagles are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
Hurts sets up to throw it.
Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal.
From the gun, it's Hurts.
Touchdown! Mike Evans on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns.
And the Eagles will extend their lead here just before halftime.
Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
So not much time to work with here. 9 seconds remain in the half as this one is away.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And with only 9 seconds remaining, well, not much time, we'll see how they play this. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. They'll throw now on the final play. He's going to float this over the middle, deep. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. So we've come upon halftime here in week.
All right, we'll bypass the halftime show in favor of returning to this late season game with the teams coming back from the locker rooms here a bit early.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. And as this offense makes their way back out, NFC playoff race time, we give you a look at what's going on there.
And you can see they're in second place in the division, but they have clinched postseason football. That's the important thing. They currently have the best record among the wild card contenders, but they want to make sure they finish this season strong.
And isn't that the case each and every year about one division that ends up being the top-loaded division? And unfortunately this year, it's theirs. But you could spin it and say, hey, they've been tested, and they've beaten a lot of good teams already. They will be prepared for the playoffs.
And he'll manage only a couple here up to the 25.
The way things have gone in this one, the running game's been something of an afterthought, and that's not been too bad for them, has it?
Yeah, the offensive returns have been good, but I guess we figured he in the ground game would be a bit more involved.
Oh, and Hurts is going to be hit and taken down to the ground.
It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th. The Eagles send out their punter now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. Good starting field position for the New York Giants here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44. They'll try and get this run game going. This is Barkley. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. He'll look to throw. Over the middle, he's got Myers.
And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll set up a throw.
He's got Bellinger. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the 1st down.
2nd and 5. To the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down complete. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that'll bring up a 3rd down.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the 1st.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw.
Over the middle, caught by Bellinger. And he is going to have the Giants 1st down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
They'll look to throw again. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. Again, he'll drop to throw.
And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Back to throw again. Ball had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
Joseph's got it, and the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18.
So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The Eagles offense now gets set to head back onto the field.
And these guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39.
Moving. Offense.
So that time they got the left guard with a hole.
And let's face it, in today's ball, you might have that 330-pound guy you're supposed to clear out of there. You might need a little bit of extra help by grabbing the jersey and trying to ride him out.
And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Hurts.
And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Kayvon Thibodeau
racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. The Eagles send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Now a fair catch taken just across midfield, maybe by a yard or 2. Yeah, call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50, 1st and 10. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
Now, quick throw there, going to be batted away and incomplete.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Blitz forthcoming as he'll look to throw.
And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Up the middle with Barkley. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll drop to throw. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. Umpire threw the flag, usually always indicates holding, and that's what we've got.
And you know, depending on their positioning, where you are on the field, the umpire's got different responsibilities, but always making sure no one's holding.
And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants.
Ashton Doolin,
his 1st touchdown on the year.
And the Giants have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Joseph connects on the extra point.
And the lead is down to 11 at 28-17. The kicking team out there for the Giants as they will send this one away.
Fielded right around the 8.
Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And they're going to have good starting field position. He's out of bounds, but not before he's across the 35. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. Now all of a sudden we've got an interesting game here. You just saw them go down and score a touchdown. And what was a comfortable lead at halftime, it's down to a 2-score game.
And so the obvious thought is they've got to ramp things back up again, get the offense into high gear. But we've seen this before. When you've kind of been in shutdown mode for a while thinking that you're okay, it's hard to mash the gas again and have everything work perfectly. They've got to fashion together a good drive right here and now.
Because defensively, got to be feeling confident. They haven't allowed a point this half. To try again after the sack.
Hurts.
And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there.
Kayvon Thibodeau
Picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. The Eagles send out their punter now, standing just about on his own goal line. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. On the return, Jackson. 51 yards on the punt there.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
Here's the Giant offense now as they get ready to take over here.
Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Back to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
They'll look to throw.
And that incomplete, nearly intercepted. And remember, he had his hands on one earlier, had one pick. It could have been his 2nd, but instead it's 4th down.
He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. Fielded at the 20.
Found good room to run there. Returns it 14 yards.
And out will come the offense as they take over. The Eagles coming out as they get ready. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking 1st downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, 1st downs, they can't touch the ball.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he'll get this up to about the 40.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. And New York set to take the field.
See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Open man, Higbee, the tight end. The Giants on 3rd down. They're hitting at just 30%, 3 for 10. This is 3rd and 8. They'll look to throw here. And this is going to be incomplete. Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be throwing off his accuracy.
The Giants go on fourth but come up empty. And the Eagles are going to take over in great field position. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll keep it moving down to the 15-yard line.
55 rushing yards, rushing for now to this point.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
On the draw, Gainwell.
They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14. This defense starting to buckle down when they need to, and right now they're winning this fourth quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the fourth quarter.
And what a fine line it is about what they're trying to get done, because they're down, so they obviously need the football, need a score, but they can't be so aggressive as to give up their edge, their gaps, and have the offense hit them with a big play.
They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal.
On the sneak, it's Hurts.
And he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown.
Jalen Hurts
scoring on the sneak from a yard out.
And the Eagles stretch this fourth quarter lead even further, and they are closing in on win number 12 of the season.
Elliott good with a PAT. And the lead is up to 18 now. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Back on offense, New York gets set to take over. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just... And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. And the Eagles are going to take possession of the football.
Boy, so another interception, CD. It feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. At issue here, does the football make contact with the ground?
Hey, smash Broncos!
On 1st and 10, it's Gainwell.
And he's going to be stacked up right at the line of scrimmage. Nothing there for him. 2nd down. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset.
2nd and 10.
And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. And down to the 36-yard line here.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently.
And he is going to have an Eagles 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they turn to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. Didn't get to the sticks, but that's an ideal carry there on 1st down, isn't it?
I mean, now you're 2nd and 1. Although, you know, in the NFL, even if he picked up the 1st down, I don't think it's a big difference because the clock doesn't stop.
Yeah, not like college.
Right. If it's college football, you want to make 2nd and 1 is probably better than picking up the 1st down because in college football, the clock stops with every 1st down and actually aids the defense in that situation.
So it's a victory here for the Philadelphia Eagles.
Charles, for this losing side, their heads are hanging as they walk off the field today. And really, I mean, we know why. Those 3 turnovers